Hey everybody, I want to talk about this knife here. Let me see if I can flip this open without knocking over my camera. Look at that thing. That is the Cold Steel 6-inch Ti-Lite. And holy heck, that is a lot of blade. In fact, it's so much blade that even in the great state of Texas, they will not let you carry this legally. Now this isn't the CTS XHP version, this is the Aus-8 version. However, I got such a sweet deal on it, and I wanted to really have it to compare to this knife that I got and reviewed the other day. Y'all know this one. This is the Cold Steel Frenzy that just came out. And so I just wanted to kind of give an idea and a comparison and kind of look at them and see what's similar, what's not similar, and get kind of the same feeling from these knives. I mean, you don't see a lot of utility use as far as, well, I'm going to cut up some apples or slice up some tomatoes or anything like that. You know, if you're pulling this one out, look at that, the Talwar. Maybe you could get away with the idea, well, I was going to, you know, cut some watermelon, or maybe I'm going fishing and I needed to gut a marlin or hack my way through a jungle full of elephant grass. And this thing seems to have some utility use behind it. However, those don't really scream utility. They scream, you know, I'm on my way to the Piggly Wiggly for some olive loaf and Cheetos, and I don't want to get accosted in the parking lot. I would prefer to have my snackage without the muggage to go with it. And that's what these things are for. Just get this holy heck self-defense idea of these knives. I don't want to, you know, go out late. Maybe I don't want to. I prefer not regretting my decision to, you know, go to the midnight showing of the Bridget Jones Diary sequel. Well, you know, outside the actual fact that you're at the Bridget Jones Diary sequel, but besides that, you don't want to get mugged in the parking lot on your way home. And that's all these things are for. You just pull this out, and unless the dude is carrying a gun or you're facing a whole group of ninjas with knives, these things just scream, please leave me alone, sir. I don't want to hurt you. Well, I want to hurt you, but I want to do it legally. So I would rather you leave me alone. Alright. And these things are just awesome. I super wish this was legal. And I know this one's brand new, and I love this knife. This knife is awesome. However, if you don't have this knife yet, and you have this knife, and you can carry it legally, don't feel bad about not having this yet. Wait for this one to go on sale, and be happy in this one. This is new. You know, it's the shiny one. It's the blue and black. It's super light. It really is. I don't even know what this one weighs. I think this is in the 7 somewhere. We'll check that out in a second. And this is awesome. You know, this just feels good from here. You got a good grip here. All of a sudden you got, what is that? About 8 inches away from you. All of a sudden you've increased your reach for about 8 inches of damage. But this is the same feeling here. And the thing is, and I'm not saying you'll find this exact same deal, but I paid about $120, no, $110 less for this knife than I did this knife. What's besides the steel? But if all you're worried about is self-defense with these things, this isn't something you're going to go bushcrafting with or do a lot of cutting to the point where you need to sharpen this, or you're worrying about the blade wearing down through, you know, the tons of human flesh and bone you're cutting into. So if you're looking at these things as self-defense knives, Aus-8 is pretty much the same as CTS XHP for usefulness in that kind of situation. It's not like this one's going to cut through 50 or 60 arms and all of a sudden be useless. I know the steel snobbery involved with this, and I love seeing that on the blade. I know that's weird. But for usefulness, just straight up usefulness, is this one worth $110, $120 more, depending on where you get it. When you can find this one with the Os-8 and a pretty good, you can find these pretty good deals, especially the Os-8 with the new steel, Ti-Lites coming out. Oh, this is the Zytel handle one. I didn't get that out yet, and it really feels really good. It just feels useful. Like I said on the Frenzy, you get way back here, you're not going to pull that out of your hand. You get a grip on that thing, and all of a sudden you got a mini sword in your hand. I love this knife. I love this knife. I love how it feels. I love how thin it is. I just love the fact that I have it. I feel really lucky to have it. But if I was short on cash and I couldn't pick this one up quite yet, this one is something else. Now I know it doesn't have the Andrew Demko Triad lock, and I know you're going to pay some for that, and that thing is awesome, of course. But once again, what are you going to be whacking into that you need 600 pounds of Triad lock strength as opposed to whatever this is, 160? Nothing. You're not going to be coming this way with it. Everything you're doing is this way, little hack and slash. This thing's awesome. If you have this, I'm not putting it down. Obviously, I love this knife. If you have this, I'm just giving you kudos, and don't put yourself on a diet just to get that one. All right, hold on. I'm gonna pull the old scale out here just so we can kind of see what it weighs. Let's see here. All right, check this out. 7.2. Now that, that's getting up there a little bit. Now it's not. Let's see what the Talwar weighs here. Talwar doesn't have any liners or anything. A little over 8 with that lanyard. Let's say 7.9. So you got about 0.7 less than the Talwar. It's got a lower profile, smaller profile in your pocket as far as width, obviously, and thickness. Well, thickness it doesn't, but just overall. Being in your pocket, it's going to be a little less obtrusive maybe than the Talwar. Now, the Frenzy, that's where the Frenzy starts just kicking rear, is the weight and the EDC ability. 5.6, that's crazy. However, I think for, 100 and, let's just say $100. If you can pick up an Os-8 one, $100 cheaper, why not do it? This thing's awesome. You got 6 inches of just fear-inducing steel there. You got the other, what is that? Let's check that out. I should have the specs out. I was too excited about getting on this video and I didn't check the specs out. Let's look here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So about 7.5 inches of Zytel handle. So you're looking at nearly 14 inches, 13.5 inches of knife here. Like I said, if you're in a state that allows you to carry these, bam, go for it. Because, now I've heard about the aluminum ones. This is the 4-inch aluminum one. And this is right around 5 ounces, I believe. So, just look at that. That'll look, I know it's only 4 inches in difference, or 2 inches in blade difference, but that just looks really, really scarily different. This is a pretty cool knife. I'm getting used to this with the flipping and the thumb ripping and the pain. It's all going bye-bye. So if you can get this with the Zytel handle on it, I haven't had the 6-inch with aluminum or anything like that, but it looks like it's only one way right-handed carry, because you're not going to be able to flip this bad boy open left-handed, I don't think. Let's try it. You want to try it? And watch me bleed on camera? Alright, let's see if we can do this. Nope. One more try just for posterity. Well, kind of. So I don't know. If you're left-handed, you might have to work with the Frenzy. I just know I'm going to split my thumb open right here. But right-handers, grab you one of these. You can probably find them on sale on eBay. Check out the forums, different forums for this deal. If you're paying, I don't know, $40, $45 for one of these, why not? Why not chunk this in your pocket or in your truck or in your whatever vehicle. This is just a really, really cool self-defense type knife, and not very much utility otherwise. But I've gone on, rambled on enough. Let me put this other one out here. They're very comparable as far as length and usability. Both just pretty much straight up. I mean, the different blade styles. You got this stiletto type stabby blade here. I forget what they call that. I apologize. I think that's a stiletto blade. And then you got this extended Warncliffe here. This one's awesome. You know what? I wasn't trying to talk it down. Do you feel how light that thing is? But this thing is really sharp. I mean, as far as not sharp, but you know, sharp. It's just a good self-defense knife. If you got big pockets, if you know, if you're out there with your motorcycle leathers on or whatever, this thing's pretty cool. All right, I'm done rambling. I hope you like this knife. Oh, not hope you liked it. I know you'll like this knife. I know you'll love this knife if you get a chance to get one. Check one of these out if you're dying for one of these longer, bigger knives. And this is pretty inexpensive. You can, if you just keep your eye open, and that's all I do. I keep my eyes open. I'm constantly pushing the refresh button. All right, so like here, subscribe here, leave a comment down here. Let me know what you think about these jobbers. Shoot, let me know what you think about this jobber or this jobber. And if you got anything else to say, just let me know. Leave a comment, and I will talk to y'all later.